Welcome to class 7 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter Respiration in Plants. In my previous videos, I have discussed, in the last video, the last topic that I discussed is the respiration in plants through leaves. There I have talked that plants have stomata and lenticels. Mostly they do the gaseous exchange through the stomata, which are pore-like structures present on the downward side of the leaves, and lenticels are also similar pore-like structures, but the major gaseous exchange takes place through the stomata. So respiration through leaves, how it takes place, what guard cells are, how do they cover or means regulate the opening and closing of stomata, all these things I have discussed, and I hope whatever I have discussed till now is clear to you all. So now I will continue with the respiration in plants through stem. So plants do not only respire through the leaves, they also respire through stems, and we will see how it does that. So reading from your book, in certain trees, the old and mature roots and hard woody stems are covered by bark which is impervious to gases or water. So when we see that the old plants, especially the old and matured plants, they have hard woody stems. The stems are very much like wood. Okay, so and that type of stem is known as bark. Okay, so it is impervious. Impervious means gases cannot pass through those stems, those type of woody stems. Okay, so that is why it is impervious to gases or water. Neither gases nor water can pass through those type of stems which are known as bark. However, within the layer of the bark there are very tiny openings called lenticels. We have already talked about lenticels while we were talking about respiration through leaves. So you know that lenticels are also tiny openings or pores, just like stomata, but stomata are only present on the downward surface of the leaves, but lenticels are present in leaves and also in young stems. Okay, basically in case of stems, the outermost layer of the stem is the oldest one or the most matured one, but within that layer, within the outermost layer, there are many layers, and they means the more outer it is, the more matured it is. Okay, so the innermost layer may consist of tiny openings called lenticels. These enable the oxygen to reach the intercellular spaces of interior tissues and carbon dioxide to be released into the atmosphere. So these openings, lenticels, may help in gaseous exchange. These lenticels may look like scars on the bark of a tree. Lenticels are also present on many fruits, quite noticeable on apples. Look at your book, page number 72. This picture is there, right? So when you eat apples, you should notice small scars or small dot-like structures present on the surface of the apple. Those are basically lenticels. So as you can see, that lenticels are not present, not only present on the stems, they are also present on many fruits, and it is most noticeable on apples. The lenticels are visible slightly more raised than the general surface of the stem. So when you see the lenticels, you will find that as I said, that they are like scars. Okay, so scars are generally a little bit raised from the other parts. If you have a scar on your skin, it will be a little bit raised from the rest of the portion of your skin. So similarly, in case of lenticels also, they are visible because they are a little bit raised from the rest of the portion of the stem. At the base of the lenticels are loosely arranged cells that allow the diffused gases to pass through the stem. Okay, so lenticels in this way help in the transfer of oxygen, means the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, exchange between the plant and the atmosphere. Okay, now let's talk about the respiration through roots. Look at your book, page number 73, reading from your book. Respiration also takes place through the roots of plants. So previously I've told you that respiration, all parts of the plant body take part in respiration. It is not only the leaves, not only the stem, each and every part of the plant body, especially the young growing parts of the plant body, which constitute of the meristematic tissue. Okay, so roots also have young growing parts. Respiration also takes place through the roots of plants. Air is present in the spaces between the soil particles. The oxygen in this air is absorbed by root hairs present on the roots. From root hairs, it is supplied to all the parts of the plant. So the root hairs, that are means the very minute roots or the root hairs present on the roots, they not only absorb the water from the soil, they also absorb the air, the oxygen that are trapped within the soil particles. Okay, so from the root hairs, it is supplied to all parts of the plant. Carbon dioxide is released during respiration, which is released during respiration is diffused out of the roots through the same root hairs. So during respiration, the carbon dioxide, means during respiration what happens? Exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Oxygen is taken in, carbon dioxide is given out. Right. So oxygen is taken in from the soil particles through the root hairs. So how will the roots give out the carbon dioxide? They give the carbon dioxide in the same way that they take the oxygen. Okay, by the process of diffusion. Plants that grow in salty water have specialized roots called pneumatophores. I don't know if you have heard about pneumatophores previously or also in geography. If not, or if you have already not heard about pneumatophores, you will learn about pneumatophores soon in geography also. They are basically known as breathing roots and are found in Sundarban, in the Sundri trees of the Sundarban. They have this type of breathing roots. Look at your picture in the book here, this picture. Picture number 6. Figure number 6.5, page 73. So in the Sundarban, the whole area is full of salty water, marine water, right? So the plants are present in those salty water only, but salty water does not have much oxygen in it. So the roots, which are basically under the water, they cannot respire through the roots. They cannot absorb that salty means oxygen from that salty water. So what they have modified themselves, they have evolved themselves, and thus their roots go up. Suppose this is the plant body and this is the water. Okay, the roots here from here have gone up in order to absorb atmospheric oxygen. Since they cannot absorb the oxygen of the water, because since it is a salty water, this salty water does not have enough oxygen, the roots have modified themselves in this kind of situation and they have gone above the water surface to take in the atmospheric oxygen. Okay, so basically these breathing roots are known as pneumatophores, and suppose these are the roots above the water surface and they have small pores on their surface which are known as pneumatothores. Okay, so reading from your book again, plants that grow in salty water like sundri plants have specialized roots called pneumatophores that are roots growing out of the surface of water. I've showed you how. The pneumatophores have many pores on their surface known as pneumatothores. I will write the name here. Pneumato till it is same. After that, THODES. Pneumatothores is the name of the pores. The pores are known as pneumatothores, which are present on the pneumatophores. Okay, plants respire with the help of these pneumatophores. So I hope till this much is clear to you all how plants respire through stems and roots. In the next video, I'll continue with how respiration is means how we can relate respiration with photosynthesis. Photosynthesis I have already done in your first unit test. It was there in your first unit test. So in the next video, I will talk about how respiration and photosynthesis are related to each other, or what kind of differences they have in between them. Okay, thank you.